Oops. Kill the cameraman. Kill the cameraman. Don't kill the cameraman. What's up, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents? Sorry for me putting together a live and know it's going to be a good one. And don't do the live stream. I am so sorry, folks. I'm so sorry that I haven't been on point with doing these live streams. And I'm not going to lie. When I put it out there, my thought be somewhere. And then when I go back to it, I'll be like, what was my thought on it? Sometimes it's self-explanatory, though. But it be thoughts that I be deeply in, where I want to relay a message to you. And I should go live. But like I said, it takes a lot of energy to have these deep conversations with yourself, because I'm talking to my phone and I'm seeing the zero. And then as people come in, it's like I'm, having a conversation, but it takes a lot of energy to dig deep to have these conversations, especially when you're talking to this Negro race. When it comes to talking to your Negro race, it's very difficult because, the Negro man and woman is very sensitive to the realities in which they live in. How the hell did that crack? They're very sensitive to the situations in which they live in. And this one is called Your Darkness is Their Light. And I want us to really understand, because I'm doing these segments, that your darkness is their light. And then I have another one talk about, we was better as slaves. I'm breaking it down because I'm bringing it to us right now, because I'm seeing that, a lot of my videos are reaching the right audience. It's not the massive audience, but it's the right people to get them to start having the right dialogue. See, as I am being the ultimate trolling warrior, and I'm delivering these messages to these folks who say that they are Black power, as being the ultimate trolling warrior, my job is to make them start talking the talk they need to be having, the conversation that's needed for us to move forward. You have to troll. You have to, and I don't like the word troll, but you have to be an ultimate trolling warrior to get these folks to have the dialogue that you need them to have. So sometimes you have to be on top of them, and you have to really wrestle them to the mat. So this right here, your darkness is their light, is a very deep conversation, because understand, for them to exist, for their light to exist, you need a darkness. And that means you need people to be talking chaos, be in confusion, and to be in a negative energy, because that negative energy is their light. Okay. And honestly, when I say their light, it can be a lot of people's light. A lot of people can be living in their own darkness, their own misery, and your darkness becomes their light. Your darkness becomes their light. Your darkness, your deep, dark side becomes their news, becomes their new reality, becomes their front page, becomes their news story, becomes their articles and magazines, become their dollars. Your darkness becomes their light, and they need darkness. So therefore, they're going to have darkness in entertainment. They're going to have darkness in politics. They're going to have darkness in education. They're going to have darkness in the health field, because your darkness brings a whole new economical light for them. It's a vision. And therefore, they want to keep you in the dark, because your darkness is their light. Your light is not their darkness. Understand? That's why they don't shine a spotlight on your light. They only shine a spotlight on your darkness, because it gives them something to talk about, something to feed on, something to promote, something to push, because your darkness allows a trend to continue to go on. Your darkness. Thank you, folks, for tapping in. You've tapped in, you tap out. That's what's up. I'm just asking, as you do tap in, you tap out. I'm just asking you to hit the like button, because no one's having these topics. Your darkness is their light. That's like a church service. Your darkness is their light. That's like a title for a church service. And I want you all to know that it's time to come out of the dark. Like, you have so many people who's pushing dark reality. They pushing dark content. They pushing dark music. They pushing dark narratives. They pushing dark views. They pushing dark ideology. They pushing dark everything. It's like dark matter. And when you put enough dark matter, you get enough dark matter, it can become explosive. And that's where we at right now. As Negro people, as black human beings, we have proven that the dark matter really it brings explosions. Because look at Sean Combs, that's dark matter. Look at Jay-Z. When you bring those two entertainment icons together with their dark paths, you bring that to the light, it's like a nova, and it affects everything. And look at how this darkness is now shining a light on a certain level of evil. And they got so many people thinking that they can get away with this evil. They need to be part of this evil. They need to pledge to these Luciferian organizations. Because darkness brings light. The darker you are, the more that you indulge in darkness, the more economical light you will receive. Economical light is something that many people is looking for. And a lot of times this economical life comes in the form of a demonic check. And so you have to have darkness before you get that demonic check. And so when we say your darkness is their light, you gotta understand the darkness that you go in, the tunnels and caves that you go into brings a certain economical light to you. And it's also bringing them a major light, because they need that darkness for their tabloids. They need that darkness for their social media. They need that darkness for their Google searches. They need darkness for them to have a certain light, for them to get that economical light. Understand? For you to get the richest, you have to be dark. The darker you go, the more you embarrass people, the more you ridicule people. Like those ladies who coming out talk about they've been sexually abused, and we talk about they liars. It kind of bothers me and hurt me severely for us to be watching, for you folks, especially I'm saying us, to be watching these young ladies come on national. It takes a lot to tell your story. Just imagine every woman who was sexually abused by their uncle, by their mother's boyfriends, by anybody. Just imagine every woman that came out and told their story to a friend, who told their story to a psychologist, who told their story to a doctor, who told their story to law enforcement, and everybody said, you lying. You lying, you lying. Those words will make a person become even more darker and go deeper into the darkness and fall deep into a hole. Depression. Depression is part of darkness. And the more depressed you are brings a different type of light, because you living in the darkness of depression, that you're going to run to alcohol, you're going to run to drugs. And if you are a recurring alcoholic, you constantly going back and constantly going back to the alcohol and going constantly back to the drugs, then you most likely going to go back to the dark side of the sexual lust. And now you're going to abuse yourself. And that's the light that the enemy needs. The enemy needs your darkness. Your darkness is very important for this enemy. We can sit there and we can sugarcoat everything, but as long as we've been playing the Darth Vader, As long as we playing the Darth Vader, we giving energy to the light, the economical light. As long as we playing Darth Vader and thinking that the Force is with us, on the dark side, you are bringing an economical wave for these negative energy demons, these economical legends, and they are really reaping the benefits. That's the reason why whenever you turn on your phone and you go to these social media spaces, that's why you're always seeing what you see. You just look at your phone, you scroll, you scroll, you scroll, you scroll. You be like, damn, 187,000 views in 19 hours. Misha is a liar. And you be like, who's this podcaster? Then you go, you scroll. Oh, Adria's a liar. Misha's a liar. The Diddy people, they coming out, they lying. And you look, 18,000 views in 6 hours. You scroll down, 230,000 views in less than 24 hours. You look, this person got 187,000 views. You keep scrolling, and everything that talks about negative energy is just getting thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And you saying, what is it going to take? We have to shine a light on this darkness. We have to drown the darkness out. And the only way we can drown darkness out is if we had a major movement, if we had a major coming together, a major joining, a junction of people who want to get rid of the darkness. But if you don't want to get rid of the darkness, you continue to do what you're doing. But if you want the darkness to end so we can start highlighting and shining lights on positive energy, people who have these followings, people who have these platforms, you must start focusing on things that has more of a brighter side to it. That's going to be the only way we can leave this darkness, because as long as we can turn on your phone and you can scroll and you see 180,000, 200,000, 300,000 views in less than an hour or less than 2 hours, you be like, why are these people getting so many views? Because they want you to press the view. They want you to check it out. So they're going to keep putting these things on your phone instantly. They will never show you people building this community, people building this nation, people building this city, this state. They're not going to show you that. One, it's not enough people building, but two, we don't want to click those things. We don't want to click anybody who's really trying to do something positive, like a employment fair. We don't want to see that. We want to see the failure of an employment fair. You know what I'm saying? We rather see the failure of someone trying to do something. We rather ridicule the people who want to do something positive. We have such a dark entity that we would rather shine and say, oh, that's not going to work. That's going to fail. You got pipe dreams. Oh, you just illusional. You delusional. And so those would be the videos now. This person delusional on his pipe dreams. He think that we can have that. And then people would get 100,000 views on you dissecting and breaking down a person with bright ideas. The person with the bright ideas, they would maybe get 100 views on what they talk about, but you sharing this story, talking about, oh, they delusional, oh, they going to start scamming you, and they would get 50,000, 100,000 views on your bright idea, but not advertising it, ridiculing it. They would get more views and more comments and more support of you talking about another person's bright ideas. You claiming this person delusional. You claiming this person is going to scam the people. You will get more views than the person who's sitting there writing this shit up, believing this shit, sweating, blood, sweat, and tears, researching and putting it together with pen after pen. Understand? With pen after pen, different color pens. They can sit there and they can be writing their ass off. They can be writing their ass off. They can be typing their ass off. But you will come look at their press the video. You will watch the video, and then you would just do a video on that, and you would get more views talking about that person who sat there and put together the ultimate plan, but you would get more love off of their plan, and you're not even supporting their plan. Like I say, darkness is what we living in. The darkness that we live in is the light they need. They going to promote that video of the person ridiculing you, of your bright idea, you shining a light on the situation, but they shining a light on you, ridiculing you. They would be in the algorithms. They would be everywhere. Everybody hold that. So you don't support this person right here. Don't support this idea because look at these videos. He's going to skip. And this person don't know you from a hole in the wall. They just seeing that you're getting a little bit of spunk. You're getting a little spark. People subscribing to you. They like, what is he talking about? Oh, we're going to take time out to ridicule this. That's the devil working. And that's what you see on all these people platforms. I'm going to list people in their channels. I'm going to give you a rundown of all these different channels of people who I believe is possessed by demons. And then they have to prove that they're not possessed by demons. I'm going to give you a list of all these channels. And I'm going to say that I'm just going to put out there, oh, these are demon worshippers. These are demon worshippers. And you folks who I'm going to be calling out, you have to prove that you're not. I pray that you can. But once I decided to start calling you out for being who you are, there's no running no more. Because I'm telling you, we have so many people out here who has a spark. And the reason why they have a spark is because they are promoting demonic worship. They're promoting demonic order. Because like I say, your darkness is their light. So your pain, your agony, your suffering, your stress becomes their spotlight to shine. And they love it. They love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Why? Because they don't have nothing else to be able to talk about. I watch people in their platforms and I swear, I'll be like, yo, are they really watching your videos and really switching around and then putting your words out there for their format, but they not reaching out and really supporting you? And I'm watching for 2-3 years you folks do this shit. And it tickles me. Yo, I don't have a big belly, I have a flat belly. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't be like this. Yo, I can just rub my flat, tight belly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me. Ha ha, he, ho ho. To all you folks that don't want to support, but you want to piggyback and you want to put videos out and trying to switch it into your own narrative, and you try to make it seem like you really care, you just really trying to get views off of content that other people put out there, like myself. Instead of you supporting the movement, instead of you supporting the inauguration day rally, you rather go and show and pull up events in which Black people have Black conferences and conventions and things like that. Why y'all so stuck in the past as opposed to moving in the future? That was in 1800s. Let's do something in 2030, 2020 something. Why are we talking about 1800s and what they did back then? Because you can't see the vision of right now. For example, with the inauguration day movement, we're going to organize a hip hop parade. Okay, we have the Thanksgiving Day parade. We have all these parades, but we don't have the hip hop parade. You're hearing it here. We need to organize the hip hop parade. And with the hip hop parade, every year be a different grandmaster, you know what I'm saying, master of ceremonies. And with the master of ceremonies, you have to be an icon in a positive manner. This is the way we can start highlighting the hip hop artists who really are true attributes in their communities, true reasons of why they need to be spotlighted and have a shine. And so this is a way that we can change hip hop by doing a hip hop day parade and put different brackets of hip hop. You can have the conscious hip hop. You can have the dance hip hop. You can have the street hip hop. It's all broken into segments. And then we check ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We have pamphlets on how we need to better hip hop. The hip hop parade could be a way that we can make a change in hip hop. And honestly, the hip hop parade is a way that we can make sure that our artists are not forgotten, especially the 80s hip hop artists. We need hip hop action figures. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe they don't even have this shit already. I can't believe they don't have Death Row actors, action figures, and Bad Boy action figures, and Columbia Records action figures. I don't understand why they don't have it. Why? Because we as people live in a dark world where everything we think about is dark, dark, dark. Oh, I got to start selling drugs. Oh, I got to start pimping. Oh, I got to start doing the swiping, and it's like everything of blackness. Like I said, the darkness is their light. But if we focus on the light, it will be their darkness. So that's why I'm saying it's very important to hear me out with this hip hop parade, this inauguration day parade, everything I'm talking about, because it brings a light to us and it makes them become dark. But as long as we focus on the dark side and dark commentation and dark content, we are going to keep them above us. And we talk about your enemy. We talk about these satanic worshipers that want you to thrive in darkness. They want you to be angry with each other. They don't want you building your platforms together. They don't want you building real content together. They want you to be having hateful dialogue and debates amongst each other. For Jaguar Wright to be getting in confrontation with Lionel B, and the main reason why Jaguar is in confrontation with Lionel B is because Jackie don't have Diddy information. She only have information on Sean Carter. And because she don't have Diddy facts and receipts, she's hating on Lionel B because he's pulling up receipts. He's pulling up people. And so now she want to debunk his shit because it's making him climb above her and taking too much attention away from her, as opposed to her working with him because it's all about the same thing. These folks are sexual predators, aren't they? If the bottom line is these individual sexual predators, why trying to debunk a person unless you have something that's hurting you? And that's what I'm saying. Dark side. There's too many dark sides with this situation. And so you folks can look at her, what she's exposing, but she became at a roadblock when these other individuals came out with these stories. And they was on this other person's platform. And they wasn't with her. And so it became now a battle. And like I say, this battle of when you talk about these women are lying becomes an issue with me. Because like I said, there's too many women out here who wasn't at no Diddy party, who wasn't part of these celebrity situations. But there's too many women out here that's been victims. And if you go to these women that I met in my life and say, you lying, you dirty, nasty, babe, you need some help, you lying. Just imagine every single woman who had been abused sexually, molested some type of way as they growing up, and they are constantly be told a liar by people who just want to say something. That's horrific. And that's what I'm seeing online. I mean, you can't say these women lying. It's funny thing is, I realize in court, you know what word you can't say in court? You can't call a person lying in court. In court, you can't outburst, you lying. Yo, because I did that with Umar and I learned. They don't allow the word lying. I don't know why, but you cannot say you a liar or you say he's lying. You can't bluntly say that in court. You can't blatantly say that in court. But online, on these streets and things, oh, you lying. And you don't have no proof on this person lying, but you just can come out and say, oh, they lying. Like people was trying to say I was lying with the Umar Johnson situation. I'm like, how y'all gonna say I'm lying? My phone is just an archive of text messages of facts. I was there. You guys wasn't there. I'm looking at you online talking about me. And y'all saying I'm lying. You lying. So I had to come online and prove to everybody that the majority of the people who talk about the situation was the liars. And that's why they got mad at me. Because I came and said, you were lying. Not only was I there, but I'm not going to even side with you. I'm in my own lane. And they all got mad. And then what do niggas do when they get mad? Oh, you're a crackhead. You dusty. Everybody decide they want to try and become a roaster. And so they start spending time roasting each other, trying to roast me, trying to roast each other. And the next thing you know, when they had a platform that they could have really been moving on some real content and solving an issue, they pulled it away from the person and try to make it about themselves and have roasting. We're going to roast each other and roasting lives. And so then I come and say, if you want to roast, let's bring it back to the main situation and let's have a comedy roast tour. Real simple. Let's make some real bread. If we're going to do it. And then too small of an idea. Don can't have that idea. So we're gonna keep him on ice. He's the champ, but yet and still we're not gonna give him the title. We're gonna keep him away because we don't want to talk about him because he already debunked us. He already called us out for being what we were, liars for content. Cash app coons, cash app whores. And so when I really start dropping those bombs on the people, when I start dropping that light on their darkness, calling them out for what they were, they ran like roaches and they got upset at me. Why y'all get upset at the light? Because I shined on the darkness. You guys wasn't going to keep me in the dark. You wasn't going to make me focus on darkness to be your light. So I'm going to shine the spotlight on your darkness. And that made all the roaches scatter. And they hate the spotlight. They hate my spotlight. They hate the fact that you guys subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to this channel, folks, because they hate it. Every time you subscribe, they see it. They see that the struggling YouTubian is actually rising up in the support. That burns them. So support the channel. Show the like, show the love. And if you're the hater, it's okay. Just keep watching. Because one day I might call you out. Your darkness is their light. And once you shine your spotlight on their darkness, then they will run. It's like putting a black light in the room. You have to become the black light. And the black light will show all the lint balls in the hat, on the clothes. It'll show everything that you'd be like, damn, you got mad lint balls on you. And that's why I came into this whole YouTube situation. I came and showed the lint balls. And people get mad. But that's the job of a messenger. The job of a messenger is to spotlight the light on the evil. Messengers don't get paid well. They don't get the love. It is what it is. But we're going to shine the light on the darkness. Because the darkness needs the light. I'm sorry, the light should. The darkness, which is their darkness, they need your darkness, which is their light. So the darkness need the light. Understand? It's crazy. But get out the darkness, folks. Get out the darkness. Stop being in the dark side. Stop giving these people attention. Right now, we gotta ask the people who's in the spotlight. Now what? Now that you got the attention that you need, the attention that you wanted, where do you direct this energy? That's why I say the Inauguration Day movement, the Inauguration Day march. I'm confused of why we can't see this as Black folks, that this is the real wave right now. Get bundled up, get the nice sweaters, Get those nice hoodies, get those nice scarves, get those earmuffs, get those gloves, get those hats, get those big coats, get you a thermos, and get your ass out at the inauguration day, and so we can get organized. Because us coming out the light, us coming out of the darkness, understand, us coming out the darkness and shining a light on these political figures and shining the light and holding the mirrors up and be like reflectors, the mirrors on you. We need to have the mirror on ourselves, and the reflection would be the light, and it will shine on these individuals. And we standing firm, and we standing together, and we saying that no more we going to be in the dark. We don't want to be in the dark no more. We don't want to be the dark side of life. This is us inauguration day, refusing to be the dark side of life anymore. If we get organized and we take it to the streets January 20th, take all of our gripes, take the Diddy gripe, take the Jay-Z gripe. All right, Jag, get your ass up out the kitchen, okay? Because the only way you're going to have that spark again is when you start changing the way what you developed. You gained your weight, and now if you want really that real spark that you want, go back to the old Jag. Drop that weight. Start stumping the yard. You're getting too comfortable sitting in your kitchen talking on the phones. All right, black women? Jag need to be the motivation for you now. She should be the motivation for you now. But as long as she can keep talking to darkness and no one's shining a light on her, that's why I'm here, to shine a little light on her. Jag, take your movement to the streets now. You need to have a Me Too movement. You need to have that women's walking the streets fighting for these victims. Not online no more. Because online, all you're doing is gaining fucking weight. That's all you're doing right now online. You're getting this easy money and you're getting fucking fat. And it shows. Making sandwiches online. That's corny, Jag. If you want to be that spotlight, hit the streets like Tamika Mallory. Hit the streets. Get your ass from fucking looking like Angela fucking mama, talking this darkness shit. Okay? 3-4 lives a day, talk this darkness shit, and organize and hit the streets. So all your Aunt Jemima looking women can now leave from behind the sofa and go hit the streets. But see, we gonna get mad at the messenger for being real. You going at Lionel B. And to me, I don't think that's the right thing to do, because I don't think Lionel B is 100% wrong with what he's doing. He brought these women out. They reached out to him. They told him their story. He put the story out there. He ran with it. And is he wrong for running with it? Hell to the no. He has a story. He's running with it. And are they lying about them being there? No. About them being victims? No. How many girls lie about their age? Of course, this chick gonna tell this young girl, lie about your age. Why? Because she knows in back here, oh my God, this girl was what? Lie about your age. That's the simple shit. That's some simple shit and dumb high retard shit. So for her to be lying, you guys be running, oh, she lied about the age, and she's not lying about that dude smoking crack. She's not lying about that dude doing what she did to her. She's not lying about Diddy doing what he did. She's not even lying about that white Jewish dude. Because if you dig up Jewish rappers, you're going to realize that there was a Jew rapper that was out there that was making big noise back in the time. And quietly, he just disappeared. I really 100% think that's the dude she was talking about. You have ghostwriters that's white boys who just love the opportunity to be with Sean Combs. She's not lying about 90% of her story. But for you guys to try and make her become the butt of your story and your content, to claim and call her liar, And you guys are getting 100,000 views while this girl is sitting there hurting and in pain? That's whack. Like I say, how many women out there have their deep, dark secrets about their moms and how their mom's stepfathers, their mom's boyfriends was touching them? How many girls have story about their uncles touching them, their fathers touching them? And if you went to school and you told your teacher and your teacher said you a liar, you told your guidance counselor and the guidance counselor said you was a liar, you told your best friend and she now telling everybody and saying you a liar, how would you feel? So that's why it's important for us to stop with this dark side of our lives. Don't call these young ladies a liar. Have the people who they are professing to be these criminals prove that they are not. Because we know that you know anything to do with music, drugs, and alcohol. Anybody who's promoting music, anyone who's promoting alcohol has a dark side to them. Any young guy that was growing up in the 90s and the 8 and 2000 that's promoting women dancing around half naked, promoting drugs and music, and also promoting drugs and alcohol, you got to know for a fact that they have a dark side to them. That's just common sense. And so for you to say women that you see in videos all day long, parties all day long, then you say they lying, why would any woman come out and tell their truth if they're going to be ridiculed and embarrassed for dark side and for content? That, like I say, what God you serve. So we must stop ridiculing one another, especially when we come out and we coming out with our situations. It's very disgusting with the way we ridicule each other to take away one each other's shine. It's one of the worst things ever. And I watched it happen in this whole Umar Johnson Black Power section of people that was really cooning. Everybody just watching the story just to see the downfall of a black man. They want to ridicule the black man. And then knowing him is like, I understand why they want to ridicule him and everything now, but all in all, I don't really see why you embrace that before anything. I don't see why you embrace that before everything. And I don't see why you embrace that after everything. It's very confusing that we embrace darkness to become our light, to be our economical light. That's really sad. One thing about me, my channel will never, ever, ever grow because I'm not going to be that individual that just want to spotlight darkness so I can grow. The darkest thing I'm spotlighting is Umar Johnson. And I'm going to roast it, talk about it, uplift it, smack it, don't matter, play ping pong with it. But you're not going to see me taking people pain and running with it for content for me to just keep trying to build my channel on it. I can't do that. I'm gonna call these people out, like Adria. I didn't like the way she was moving. Something about her that touched my spirit that made me say she's not really a victim. She's a victim, but not a victim in the nature of how she wants it to be, because she was part of it. She was old enough. She wanted a certain level of limelight. She was willing to get it. She was already doing things before. It's not like she got turned out. She was already in it. And so once they realized, oh, sure, you already did this. You did a video. Hell yeah, I did. When they seen that energy, they ran with it. So her being the victim was only just the fact that they went far. They just went further than the norm. Like, oh well, she had no value. Okay, once they seen that she was a fan, they just realized she's just a pretty girl with no real value, and so they disrespected her. But in regards to victim, a lot of other people's victims. And so I was just letting you know that she was part of, I'm talking about Adria, she was part of the whole thing. She was a victim in the way of being disrespected and not valued as a woman and just a value as a tool. That's her situation. But she just was trying to run off of other people's story too. And that itself made you folks say, oh, this girl lying, this girl lying. But nah, that girl wasn't lying. When she said that she ate, she ate human meat, that didn't like spook me out. I've seen that. I've known of that for 25 years already. I knew about the McDonald's meat. Don't eat the McDonald's meat for a long time because that's baby parts. That's baby meat. That's human sacrifice stuff. So for her to say that, it just made me say, damn, this shit was real that I heard about. It was real. So her coming out there and confirming, yo, I was with these elites and this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? She said that she was in a psychiatric ward, and who was there? Roseanne Barr. Everybody knows they've been trying to do Roseanne Barr dirty. And so if this is what the hospital they have, because these are the doctors that they have on their payroll, and it's the system that you would never know about, and then this young lady talk about, yo, I was there, blah, blah, blah. And then Roseanne Barr is on Carson Tucker's saying they eat babies. And then you talk about the girls lying. Roseanne Barr, check Roseanne Barr. Why Roseanne Barr saying they eat babies to Carson Tucker? And this girl says she met Roseanne Barr in the crazy home, and y'all not putting together. They're saying, oh, she lying, she lying, she lying. No, you're lying. And that's what hurts. You lying. And so we're talking to these folks because it's very important for you to understand that you rolling with darkness, you constantly building on darkness keeps a light, an economical light for these individuals. And this economical light has to be put out. It's very, very sad. What's up, Lazy? How you? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lazy. All right. Thanks for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. We're talking about the darkness that people embrace and how it brings a negative economic piece. It brings a negative economic light for others. I came with my story on the Umar situation, and I instantly was beheaded. I just grew another head. I was instantly beheaded. I was chopped up. I was ridiculed. I was joked. But I'm that Negro, so it's fun to blast it back. But it wasn't cool watch you guys still the shine, still the spotlight from a real serious situation. Here I am saying, yo, I'm on the inside, and this is what's going on. I'm not here to chop a person down. I'm not even here to embarrass a person. I could have took videos and all day long, which I had. But I mean, I could have really went in, but it wasn't about that. It was more so about like justice is justice, right is right, wrong is wrong. And so when you have folks that just want the funny coon and shit, that's the problem with me. I don't like the funny coon and shit. I can't roll with the funny coon and shit. The funny cooning shit is what most people do. They be cooning for cash apps. They be cooning for dollars. They be cooning for likes and cooning for views. They be, I call them cash app whores. They do whatever, they say whatever they need to say for the donation. I can't do that. Like if I have a situation with a person, I'm going to, I will address it. And saying it's been a few people that I had a situation with, but they I say I bring my smoke and that's that. But I'm not going to dwell in that dark river. I'm not going to be swimming, doing dives, backstrokes in the dark river. I'm going to bring a light to the river. So this live stream is something I wanted just to put out there. Your darkness is their light. And we got to run from the darkness. We cannot continuously support this darkness in 2025. Umar Johnson's situation is nothing of darkness. It's actually bringing a light to a dark situation. I am a light to that dark situation. I am actually a key answer for that Black Power movement, because if Umar takes the situation and do right, apologize for his wrongdoings, give up the money and apologize, he would bring a different brightness to the darkness. And that's the thing that must happen. It's very imperative for people to wake up and realize that we can make a change while we in the dark. We got to realize that we can make a change while we in the dark. I can make up little shit like moving the Black community forward. The first thing that we're going to do to move the Black people forward is to escape the darkness. Umar Johnson and his little quote, "Snow bunnies, Black queens forever," and that snow bunnies, that's something that is dark and corny at this point. It's dark and corny at this point. And why is it dark and corny at this point? Because you're going to start, he's been saying that forever, but you're going to start seeing a transformation and a change of heart, especially after 2025. You're going to see a major transformation, because the more and more and more that he keeps advertising a certain race of people, and when they start recognizing the situation and they start involving themselves in the situation, what's going to happen is they're going to shine a light on him, and it's going to be like a major wake-up call to the Black folks. Because a lot of these white women, if it wasn't for the white women throughout the whole time of slavery, if it wasn't for those white women, slavery would still be in existence. But it was because those white women falling in love with the Black man, falling in lust with the Black man, hating the fact that, like you said, you said it. You said something key. You said no woman wants to hear another man talk about other men. So just imagine during slavery, these white women hearing these white men constantly talk about these niggas, talk about the hate he has for these niggas all the time, Umar. All the time, Umar. You don't think there's going to bring a resistance, a rebellion amongst themselves for this Black man? That's what happened. So with your words, you said no woman wants to hear another man constantly talk about another man. Well, that's what happened with white women for 100 years. For the last 100 years, they was getting tired of white men constantly focus on these Negroes and neglecting her. Drunken off of the evil that he's doing to these Negroes. Focus. He's getting drunk and high every day to be evil to these Negroes. It made her have a soft spot for these Negroes, especially these Negro men. And so that soft spot now went to freedom, and now went to integration, and now went into a certain level. And this man's talking about Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. But yet and still, we Black folks have not even come together. You're about to open up a door where it's going to be an influx of white folks saying, and going to start challenging Umar. 2025, you're going to see the year white people really start challenging Umar. And you're going to see Umar Johnson backpedaling, because the darkness that he's putting out there The darkness that these guys constantly putting out there is going to start backfiring, because if our women are not showing the love, not showing the support, not showing everything that's needed, other folks really, just like white man, he's saying, yo, black women, you don't need these black men no more. I got a strong dick. I can do this. I can do that. You don't need these black men no more. The same way these white men have been doing that forever with our women, these white women are going to start doing it with the black men, the Turkish women, the Russian women. And what's going to happen is the point is going to be proven that we have no community. We don't have our women. You can say what you want to say, but we don't have no control of our community, our children, our household, our families. And what's going to happen is we're going to be so much of a broken home because of the darkness that we just lived in, that our women's not even going to have no respect for us, especially with the Umar Johnson failure. So what he's about to do is have black women go out and seeking white men by the trailer loads. And what you're going to also have is other folks coming in to deal with that. Let me say something real quick. Don M, the FDMG Boogieman, but we got these flyers on Mr. Murray. So yeah. So as long as we are traveling in the zone of darkness, we're going to be destroying ourselves. So I wish the phone call didn't come in, and because I lost my train of thought what I was talking about. But all in all, where we at right now is we must escape this darkness. The darkness is what's destroying us, and the darkness is what's keeping them afloat. The world is being held up on hope in this darkness. And those folks who realize that, they are pimping hope and they selling the darkness. The people who see what the world is, how the world is really being moved, the world's being moved off of darkness, and the world's being moved off of people's hope. And those people who's knowing how to pimp the situation is pimping the darkness, and they also pimping hope. They promoting the dark side. They promoting dark. They promoting everything that's evil and wicked. And they also flipping it in the form of hope. It's crazy. As a matter of fact, it's either you moving hope or you moving the darkness. Some people playing with both. Like Umar. Umar's playing with both. People don't even peep him. If he's not talking about the FDMG, he's talking about a lot of dark shit. Quiet as kept. Things that's keeping us confused. Confusion is a symbol of darkness. And when you have folks out there confusing you with their dialogue, confusing you with their mentals, they trying to keep you in the dark. Because that's the way they can manipulate you, when you're in the dark. But when they realize that you're no longer in the dark, and they can't really manipulate you, they don't have a purpose for you. Once they see there's no purpose of you because they can't manipulate you, then they got to get rid of you. Let's get out the dark, folks. Let's get into the light, and let's shine. It's time to shine. So what do we need to shine on? If we're gonna do dark side, like I say, folks, join me with the comedy roast tour. We can do the Diddy comedy roast tour, the Umar comedy roast tour. Understand? Like we really need to step up on this shit. If you want to continuously talk about these dark situations, let's take it to the next level. Let's joke it, ridicule it, let's embarrass it to the next level. And that way we bring those profits, proceeds support the victims, so proceeds support systematic solutions, proceeds supports special forces, special security forces to protect from these individuals. I mean, between R. Kelly, between joking R. Kelly, Diddy, Bill Cosby, Jay-Z, Epstein, between putting together a comedy show, joking these people, laughing at these people, ridiculing these people, at the same time showing compassion to the victims and donating the funds to support the folks, putting together a task force. That's organizing. That's taking the dark situation and bringing a major light to it. People, black folks like to laugh, so we need to do these comedy tours. Umar, you get a comedy tour. Diddy, you get a comedy tour. Understand what I'm saying? The SAs, the sex traffickers, you get a comedy tour. The pedophiles, you get a comedy tour. Like I say, folks, if you want to end the situation, you got to highlight it in a mass level, shine the light on that darkness, and you burn it. A black light, shine it on it and burn it and disintegrate it. Because I don't think nobody want to be the head of those jokes. After this comedy tour, that's why I say a form of In Living Color, Saturday Night Live, with these comedy tours. You put together some skits on these motherfuckers. You have some of these brave victims who really want justice, helping out with the writing. You're going to end it. But just to keep highlighting it and doing little videos and little bit, nah. It got to be taken to the next level. It got to go to the next level. And that's where we at. Taking our situation to the next level so we can end it. So we got to stop with this darkness. The way we can stop with it is by building an umbrella, a flashlight, and we deal with it. I ain't talking about just doing a little content, just content of just breaking shit down. Oh, and trying to, no, I'm talking about put together a real, the life is a movie. This is a stage. And all these entertainers, let's make it, take it to the next level. But we're not going to keep being dark. We're not going to keep being in the dark. We cannot remain in this darkness. We must spread love. And the way you spread love is got to be tough. You got to be tough with the love to erase the problems. And that's why I say tough love is important. And us spotlighting the situation on the level that we need to spotlight it is tough love. So we need all these content creators to really come together, and we need to put together the ultimate stage. The ultimate stage. And it's like the guillotine, and then we handle it from there. But folks, we got to move forward too. We have to really destroy so we can build. So we must destroy the darkness by shining the ultimate bright light on the black light on the darkness and disintegrate it so we can move forward. But we can't keep just stirring it up, like stirring it up. Trying to eat like this. No, we need to put it in one giant pot, and have a tour. And have a major tour and destroy it. Because if you want to find out really what's behind it, We have to really put the black light spotlight on it so we can destroy it. But we got to come out this darkness. We can't just keep stirring it up and eating it as we go, because there's human lives that's being destroyed while we sitting back stirring the shit up and see who's doing the next video about it. Eating it up. No, we got to put it in one big ass potluck pot and stir that shit up and then serve the people, because we got to get rid of it. This shit's deep. And it's so sad that we're dealing with this bullshit in our lives. With all this technology, with all this power, we could be doing bigger things, powerful things. But right now, we got to get rid of the darkness for us to move forward. So we're going to put a black light, a spotlight on the darkness, and we're going to build from there to destroy this darkness. We're not trying to just keep serving it around. Who's next? Oh, you covering the story next? Okay, I'll be watching. I'm going to tap in. Oh, what you going to recap it next? Okay, I'm going to tap in. No, that's corny. Because at the same time, all you're doing is saying, oh, this girl lying. Look, she's crying. The chick is fucking crying. Oh, those are fake tears. For what? For what? Like, yo, we've been in darkness so long that we embrace this retarded evil. Most people embrace retarded evil. Like you just being evil for a retarded reason. That's scary right now. That's not productive. Embracing a retarded evil. But the crazy thing is, she said something about that guy, Harvey Pierre. And I haven't seen nobody directly put their focus and attention on Harvey Pierre. Like, this dude is just running around smoking crack and still doing what he do. Because you want to say that she's lying. But no one's screaming at this dude, Harvey Pierre, whatever. The crackhead, where he at? That's why we need some roasters to roast him. We need roasters right now. We need unlimited supplies of roasters, because when we put together this Black Power comedy tour, we got to roast these demons to the next level. We got to roast them out the closet. We got to roast them out from underneath the bed. It's like, you know, I was watching this thing with the dudes, they was catching the rats inside the walls, and they smoke them out. They smoke the rats out of the walls. We got to smoke these demons up out of the cracks and crevices they are in. We got to roast them out. It's a slow roasting. We got to roast them out. I ain't talking about on the little small platform. I ain't talking about, you know, where you can get your little views and likes. I'm talking about we got to roast them out on a major level. And that's how you know behind the scenes who is part of it. Dave Chappelle going through his phone like, yo, I got receipts. They hit me up and they say, yo, please, Dave, don't join the tour. We give you this amount of money. See? You got this person coming out, Chris Rock, you got this person coming out saying, yo, they hit me up and say, like, check this out. They say, like, if I join this movement, on my other phone, check this out. They said, if I joined this movement, I would get killed. This is how you will be able to find out who's part of it. By putting together a massive tour, a roast tour. And we just roasting these people. Whatever celebrities don't show up, is the celebrities who was part of it. And if they don't show up, because it's a fundraiser for victims, if they don't show up, they better show up there with their acting face on. Ha ha hee ho ho, please don't look at me. They better come up there with their best Oscar face, but not to show up. You get on the list. That's how you do it. You have to prove now. You didn't show up because we have a list of all the celebrities that have been pulled up in here. We got a celebrity check-in list. You're not on the list. You didn't show up. We raising money for these victims. You don't want to raise no money for the victims, huh? Your name not here. We gonna be in Texas. We gonna be in Georgia. We gonna be in Albany. We gonna be in Florida. Your name better get on this list. You better buy a ticket. You better show some support. You better you got this is a comedy show that you got to attend. You got to attend this comedy tour, because otherwise you prove that these victims is right. You was there. And remember, they come, we got press. Understand? Questions all day. If you wasn't part of it, you wasn't part of it. You can join in the jokes. Man, that was my buddy, man. I hope everything goes well with him, but that was my buddy. I ain't not with him. That was my pal, but I'm here. I'm not with it. I'm going on the record right now. I wasn't with it. Ask me what you want. But with this comedy roast tour, we roasting out the enemy. We're going to find out who was down and who was not down. I'm just trying to help us out to move forward, to get out this darkness. Trying to wake us up. So if you want to be woken up, you check out my lives. If you want to be put to sleep, you go watch all those other lives who are trying to give you fake hope, use big words, talk you to death, give you no solution for nothing. Then they ask the question, they put in their title, what's it going to take to get the black community move forward? And then once they get you to be watching, you sitting there watching, and they not talking about nothing. They bringing out paperwork from 1800s and what they did back then. But right now, how we going to move forward? What we going to focus on to move forward? Everybody's not into science. Everybody not into flatland. Everybody not, but what we all could be involved in and saving ourselves from these demons. And so once we start recognizing where the demons at, then we have to start protecting ourselves. Everything else after that is like really obsolete. We got to get out this darkness. We got to get out the darkness. So folks, once again, your darkness is their light. So as long as we are showing hate towards each other, that's the darkness. And when I say hate, I'm talking about this ridiculing on a small level. When we talk about Diddy and we talk about Umar, we talk about Jay-Z, that's not hate. That's really rectifying the situation. But when we want to have chat beef, and make our little retarded chats bigger than the reality, make chat lives bigger than the real realities, that's kind of corny. But that's what most people want to do. They want some attention. They've been watching, and they want to get their own they want to start their own little podcast. And so they try and figure out how they can get in with some drama and then steal your spotlight. They want to see how they can spark some drama to steal spotlights. And that's keeping darkness stirred up. Darkness in the bowl, and you just stirring it up. eating a little here and there, putting it up, sealing it up, and pulling out whenever you want to. Oh, here's some darkness today. I got a pop, so come back another day. Oh, here's some darkness. I got some cream for my coffee. Oh, here's some darkness. I got some juice, some water for you. Oh, here's some darkness. I got some tea for you. Nah, can't keep doing that no more. So, folks, my next one, I believe the video was black people was better. We was more of an asset as slaves than we are free. Okay, that's my next video. I also got the Anik, whatever her name is, Aniki Lucas, Miss Lucas. I got that video because I did not like how that man handled that situation, yo. He was so busy trying to make her prove her to be a liar, or like, you know, she can't be serious about the Rockefellers. Like, how you think these men got rich? These men didn't get rich because of regular business. These men got rich because of the prostitution, the Hugh Hefners. Spooky world. And you guys holding the darkness is spookier than the world itself. So that's what we got for this video. I'm not going to hold this video too long. I just wanted to get that off the chest, get that out the brain, and we're going to go to the next one soon. Thank you for your listening ear, your support. Peace. Get away from the darkness.